Hello, parents. It's Mr. Giomini. I know you're like, no, I thought we were done with you. It's June 5th. The 4th is the last day. Please stop emailing us or making videos for us. I can't promise this is the last one, but we shall see. Had a couple parents yesterday at lunch and lawn asking me, hey, Scott, hey, Mr. Jimmy, what can I do for my son or daughter over the summer to just kind of don't let that summer slump hit them where they kind of lose, a month, 2 months, 3 months of learning because we have this long summer vacation. Well, obviously, math teacher, I don't know, some of you are probably sick of Khan, but Khan Academy is the easiest, the cheapest, the most analytical way to go. Now, a couple of things you can do. All of your students still have a Khan Academy account. They just use their AL student account name. They should still have their password. I believe sometime in August their password will be reset, and typically it's welcome back, all one word, all lowercase. So if for some reason your child can't log in sometime in August, remember, username's still the same. It'll be 20, whatever, first six letters of their, first 5 or 6, first 6 letters of their last name, followed by the first letter of their first name. And then it'll be welcome back. Now, they go to Khan Academy, log in, look something like this. Right here, this gives you all the missions. Now, you could see that there's missions all the way going up to, if you want to think of 8th grade, and then we have arithmetic, pre-algebra, algebra 1, geometry, algebra 2, trig, probability and statistics, pre-calc, differential calculus, and the world of math. Now, world math is everything. And then you can kind of see here how many skills are in that. So, obviously, we are now all going on to 7th grade. Not a bad idea to hit some 6th grade skills still. Try to shoot for maybe 90% mastery of 6th grade skills. But our focus now is on 7th grade. And now you'll see that there's 195 skills in 7th grade. When you click on 7th grade, your child does, you'll see here, and you'll see Mission Foundation. Think about the Mission Foundation that's what we're building off of. It's great to have all these little gray squares. A gray square means it's never been touched, never been done. To turn to light blue and then to like a darker blue like this, and then to this real dark midnight blue, if you want to call it that, means it's been mastered. Now, just because it's been mastered does not mean it always stays mastered. Khan kind of, if you don't do things for a while, it kind of goes into hibernation mode and it drops you down a level or two. Now, what your child can do, you can do it a couple different ways. You can kind of make sure that they have this mission foundation a little bit more firmly established. You can also just have them start going right in these skills right down here if you'd like. Now, I kind of did something here, so I've added operations with rational numbers. And I'll show you how to add one here in a second. So I'm going to click on it, and it says here, categorize the expression as greater than 0 or less than 0. So -2 plus, negative 2 tenths plus 7 tenths. Well, that's going to give me 5 tenths. 5 tenths is greater than 0. I get 2 8 tenths minus 7 8 tenths. That's going to be -5, I believe. That would be less than 0. Negative 7 thirds times negative 5 thirds. Negative times negative is a positive. That's 35 ninths, which I believe is greater than that. And then 5½ divided by a negative 1/3. We divide fractions. We multiply by its inverse, its reciprocal. So take that. I'm going to get, well, it's going to be a negative, I know, so that would be less. So let's see if I got that answer right. All right, good. All right, I can click another one. Let me just fire through this real quick. That would be greater than, less than because it's a negative. Let's just go here. Okay. Now I'm going to get one wrong. I'm just going to kind of do this. Okay. Now, it's not going to allow me to go on to the next question, as some of you remember from this summer or this school year, until I get this one right. So let's try this again, huh? This is, okay, that seems to be right. Let's see here. That seems to be right. Negative, that's going to be a positive. And we got negative. Let's see if this right here. Okay. Now, I'm going to skip out of here just for the sake of time. Let's say your son or daughter wants to add something else. They can always go here, and I'm going to focus again on these ones that are blocked gray, or even these kind of that I want to maybe go up a level. So however you want to look at it, however you want to set it up over the summer. Let's see if I did something like this. So once I clicked on it, construct style, it adds it right here. If I go here and click on this, it adds it right there. So I hit added, I go to it. The electric charge of a particle is equal to the negative charge plus the positive charge in the particle. If we added 2 electrons of negative charges to an atom that starts out with 0 electric charges, what is true about the charge of the resulting atom? Again, your kids, your students, at home should be doing these on paper and pencil. I know they like to do the scratch pad right here. It is very tedious and time consuming, and I find it wasteful to do something like this. It's more, I always found it in class to be a waste. Now on the iPads it's nice because you use your finger or you have a stylus, that's great. Let's just go here. Okay, I have it right. I'm not going to, I'm just going to kind of go here. Oh, wrong. Go here. Wrong. Go here. Got it right. I'm going to do this for a reason here. Next one. Let's see, I'd like a hint. I'd like another hint, another hint, another hint, another hint. Okay, it tells me what the answer is. Positive. Go ahead. All right, now, so let's say you assign your son or daughter 5 skills for the day or for the week or however you want to do it. You can actually monitor their progress. So say, hey, you know what, Susie? Let's take a look at what you did this week or today. Go to progress. Now, you'll see it says my name. You see the skills here, but let's not focus on the skills. Let's look at activity and let's look at focus. If we look at activity, that'll show you how much time they've spent on Khan that day. So I spent a little over 6 minutes and I've earned 300 energy points. And then it'd say, hey, you know what? Skills. Understanding addition and subtraction with negative numbers, rate problems 1, operation with rational numbers, and adding subtracting negative numbers. So those are the 4 skills I worked on. So if you do this for your son or daughter, you'll see the skills they worked on. Now let's click on the focus. Now you get this almost like, it's like an incomplete circle graph if you want to look at that. I can now hover over this stuff and say, hey, wait, you did 3 total problems here. I know from this school year you had to do 5 to get it correct. Now I should be able to, let's see here. Click on that and look at this. You get a graph. And that bar graph says, hey, you know what? Scott had number 1 right. It took him about 40 seconds. He had number 2 wrong. Now let's investigate number 2 a little more closely. If I click on number 2, now it says, hey, you know what? Oh, programs. It'll actually give you a program history here so you can see exactly what they did. Let's see if I can find a more recent one so you can kind of take a look at that history. Let's go back a little bit. Okay, is this one that we did? Let's take a look at this one. Click here. Oh, still not available. What you will see is a graph that actually shows you how many hints they asked and things of that nature. And that's always a great way to kind of catch them and say, yeah, well, I did it. And then you kind of see, well, how many hints did you ask? And when they ask the hints, it'll actually give you a time of how long they looked at each hint. I kind of want to see if I can get this up so it's a nice visual for you. And here you can see right there. See where the question mark is? That says I asked for a hint. So it says hint used here. I did not ask for a hint. I clicked it and then went right back. Let's see if it's working now. But that is one way that you could kind of catch them to see if they're really doing what they say they're doing. But again, Khan Academy, great way to do things this summer. I really encourage it. I know some of you are probably sick and tired of Khan, but again, it's free. It's aligned to the Common Core. So these 7th grade skills are what they're going to see in 7th grade next year at Learwood. It's going to get them ready for eventual assessments that we're taking online, like the Park assessment, the MAPS assessment that they also do at Learwood that we did here at Troy. It's going to up the rigor a little bit, but also too, if you recall, I talked about it both with kids and parents through emails and whatnot. If I click skills, go here, added it. Oh, of course, this one doesn't have. Let's find one that has a video here. I have no idea what this means. Boom, there's a video right there. Click on it, watch it. Again, pause the video, take notes from it. But it's an excellent way to kind of keep the mind engaged over the summer. I know you have trips planned, sporting events to participate in and to cheer for. But whenever you have a little bit of downtime, I really encourage you using this. All right, hey, thank you for a wonderful year. If at any time over the summer you have questions, comments, concerns, I check my email daily. I'd be glad to respond to you via email, or I can even phone call you if you need to. Just leave me a number that way I can contact you. All right, take care.